Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSBN's production of Meeting with the Managers. I'm your host, Phil Accio, and on tonight's special edition, I have last year's crown champion and rookie sensation, Carson Proctor. Carson, welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight?
Pleasure to be here, Phil. Doing good. How are you?
Awesome. Hi, I'm doing great. I'm glad to have you on the show. Glad we could make this happen. I know ever since your championship, you are big money and hard to get a hold of, so I appreciate you carving out some time for us tonight.
The NIL deals just keep coming.
Rolling in it. Well, we're just going to ask you a few brief questions about both last year and your experience this year as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. What are your thoughts and feelings about winning last year in your first year, now that you've had the time to sit and reflect on everything?
You know, Phil, I've thought about it a lot. And if I'm being honest, I've let it go to my head. I'm proud of the fight I put on last year, especially in the second half of the season. But I'm ready to get back out there and show the league I'm not just another one-hit wonder.
Yeah, and I have confidence you'll do that. As far as getting to your head, I'm sure that's no concern, as we have managers in this league who have let things get to their head and haven't even won anything. So I think you're right in your place. Up next, what's your background with fantasy football, and what was your experience with fantasy football before joining our league last year?
Well, before joining this league, I was in another one for about 2 years, and I'm still in that league. They put up a good fight just like this one. And if I'm not mistaken, my first year, I got in third place out of, I think, a 12-team league, and second place my second year. And I got second place last year, too.
Wow. So you're not just killing in this league. It's kind of a worldwide thing. You're averaging out, batting 600, 700.
Hot commodity.
Perfect. Well, do you have any words for manager Keller Kilpatrick, who last year you completely and utterly destroyed in the championship game?
Well, thank you, Phil. But you know what they say, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Better luck this year, Kilpatrick.
Yeah, absolutely. And, from the look of his team, it's going to be a tough stretch. In our last broadcast, I did have some very strong words about him. He's one of the only managers who has yet to miss the playoffs, so he is a strong contender. But you went in there and got it done, so I'm very proud, and you should be happy.
Thanks, Phil.
Carson, what are your realistic expectations for your team this year, and how do you feel you did in the draft? I know last year you come out shooting, go for the championships, win it all. So is it up from here? Do you maintain that level of success? Are you worried about that?
Well, my draft could have gone better, Phil, but it also could have gone worse. I think I did a little bit better than last year, and obviously it worked for me last year. But as we both know, it all comes down to how the players play, who gets injured, and how the managers utilize the waiver wire.
No, you're absolutely right. Injuries are a huge factor. Even taking somebody as skilled as Christian McCaffrey this year is worrisome because of the risk of injury. And then, as you mentioned, the waiver wire, we have several people who are extremely good at working the waiver wire in this league. So you have to stay up to date and on top of everything for sure.
Any better myself.
Exactly. And so looking at your week one matchup, how badly do you think that you could beat Noah Bennett head to head right now?
I think it'll be a tight race, Phil. I know 75% of the BSPN commentators are predicting that Noah Bennett's team blows me out of the water, but I'll take the 25% odds on my end. Any team can win on any given day, Phil. Well, maybe not any team. The AB Taco Corp really has to get it together this season if they want a winning record. Yeah,
that's true. He has had some success in the past, like I mentioned, long removed from that. But I think, once you have some continued success in the league, even coming in first year, winning it all, you're still going to have to come back for round two and prove that you can do it on a consistent basis. And, while the media may be unfair, sometimes you just got to win your way out of those situations.
It's easy to prove them wrong.
Absolutely. And so I love the Judge Judy moniker, your new club name. I was just wondering, were you having any issues? Was it a hard decision to change your name after your success in your first year with Shark Attack? Did you feel any sort of way about changing your name?
I don't think it was a difficult decision. I knew I wasn't going to draft DJ this year, and Judge Judy goes with my personality a little bit more than Shark Attack does. I had the chance to draft Judy and was offered him as a trade earlier this week, but the offer just was not good to be worth it. So I'll just be Judge Judy minus Jerry Judy.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head, who that came from, but I know Noah is notoriously bad for those horrible trades, the type you just have to write home about to tell people how stupid he is. So, watch out for yourself. Last up, give me one team this year that you are not, I don't want to say afraid of. You're the league champion. You have to be confident, keep that at an all-time high, but that you're not necessarily excited to go and play against.
Well, I think that Keller will have it out for me this year, especially since he wet the bed in the championships last year. Losing to a rookie female does not get worse than that. He's okay. He did pretty good in the draft too. Yep, I don't think I'm looking forward to playing him.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Took a quarterback high, can be a risky move. It was a great quarterback, by the way. He consistently goes with Josh Jacobs. He's had him for a few years now. Will that pan out? We'll only see. But yeah, I would imagine that he is probably pretty hungry to get his revenge and make it back to the championship. We'll see if he can do that. But thank you so much for joining us on the program tonight. It was a pleasure speaking with you and having you here. Do you have any last words to your fans for the season?
Better watch out, everyone. Coming back.
Heard it here first. Better watch out. Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for tonight's presentation of Meeting with the Manager. I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Sam Bricka's Salmon. Is it farm raised? Is it wild? We don't know, but that's why we love it. All right, we'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us.